G'day. Well,
I said I wasn't going to get carried away. Guess what? I got carried away. I got carried away making this factory look a little bit fancy. As you know, this build, this NEXUS project is focused on production. It's focused on using up all the resources in the world, which is why the majority of my factories are just plain squares, basically, platforms like over here. But I did say that for the endgame items, the 4 endgame items, I would get a little bit fancy, make the factories look a bit nicer. But yeah, I definitely got carried away with this one. But hey, I think it looks pretty cool. And in this video, I'm going to go through what I've done since the last time, because I've done actually quite a lot. And it took a while to actually get this video out because I just kept on getting carried away with things. So this is the magnetic field generator factory. Kind of wanted a sci-fi kind of theme, technologically futuristic, kind of like some sort of magnetic field. The big laser beam coming up the center. Also, I will say I did take inspiration from another Satisfactory YouTuber called Axial 44. I believe his name is. I'll link him in the description. He's done some incredible stuff. This laser beam going up the center, I copied. Well, I was inspired by one of the things he did. But that's the thing about Satisfactory. No one can claim that their own idea is their own for no one else to use. Anyway, this is pretty good. 120 magnetic field generators a minute. Now they go up. There's a lot of hidden belt work and power lines and things in this. They go up the center here, because inside this laser beam is a power cable and also a conveyor lift tucked away inside there. And that goes up to the drone port. And the drone flies across to the base. And I have plans to do with the items at the end there, something quite fancy, but for now, it's just going to be, I'm just crushing them. I will go through why this took so long a little bit later, but it looks like it would take a while just by looking at it, but there's certain things in it that were really finicky that took me a lot longer than what I thought they were going to. That's it. I will offer the save file in the description. There goes the drone. He doesn't clip through anything. I've followed his path. Just look at that. I found a little bugged out player right there. Sometimes Steam forgets you're online or something and puts a fake player there. Anyway, with the grasslands, I've used up all the nodes of iron and steel. There is a couple of copper nodes left. I guess you could say a disclaimer. I haven't technically used everything in the grassland, but anything that's left here, there's a few copper nodes and there's a few down in there. They're going to get transported off to the rocky desert. But all the iron and all the coal is done. I've got a factory over there making encased iron beams, encased industrial beams for later stuff. This was a bit of a beast, this factory. I've got my pure nodes going into these 4, and most of these are used for steel. I've got a hell of a lot of steel getting made here. And it's all pretty much going to make pipes. All the pipes go off to different areas, such as down here where I'm making rotors and stators, but mainly stators. Everything seems to be running pretty good. I have a massive copper set up here for, well, it's not copper, it's wire. I'm actually using iron wire. This is about 9 o'clock. The sun is at a pretty good angle. None of this factory was like planned out to look the way it is. I pretty much just slapping it all in, and factory just turns out to look pretty cool. If you keep everything real neat, stuff ends up looking pretty cool. And this whole setup here was not really planned out. It just happened to be this way, and it looks pretty damn good. So a hell of a lot of iron ingots using the pure recipe. Got a numbers count here. So this section here is 23,000. 42 lines of 550, and then over there, there's it not even counted in the total, is another 5,000. These are the pure lines. All right, a whole bunch of water down there. Everything's neat. No clipping, all the rest of it. What I have done over here, I've actually set up for the, what are they called? Automated wirings. But because I don't have the high-speed connectors ready yet, I've literally set up a temporary crushing section, which is just for the iron wire, just so that this is all moving. Not just so it looks cool, but so I stress test the system as well. So they come through here and just get crushed. Once I have the high-speed connectors, I can just shove it in there and we've got a whole bunch of automated wiring coming through. Alrighty, so we'll move on over to the NEXUS hub. A bit of a frame drop. Now this outer ring that is new since last video, this is completely born out of necessity. I never conceived, okay, I need another ring around this thing, but it turned out looking quite cool. Lights are cool, signs are cool, but if you overdo it, I feel like if you overdo something, you can have too much of it and it takes the effect away. I don't want to do that, so I don't really want to add too much more in the form of blue lights and things. But what was happening was, give me one sec here. What was happening was in the center here, because I've got so many trains now, with the amount of things getting transported from biome to biome through this central train hub, I was getting every now and then, maybe every couple of hours, maybe every run for maybe 6 hours, and then eventually you would just have that perfect timing of all the trains that get gridlocked. So I needed some form of external pathway, other than the ring in here, for the trains. So I just started playing around, and eventually this is what I came up with. And let me tell you, it took a while. It took a while. Yeah, because every single sign had to be put in, every single angled brick, and every single sign on the inside. So that took a while. All right, so let's head on down to there. I was going to rebuild one of these on the video, but I won't do that. I'll just do one little section. So I had to build all of this by hand. And if you have a look at these signs, if I try to put a sign on here, see how it doesn't quite line up with the angle? It's not perfect. So I could have had it like that. See that? It just wasn't sitting right with me. Couldn't get it. And some of them are a bit worse than others. So I played around for a while and I found out a way you can actually get them on. So I had to do this. I had to go put that on. there, and there. And then delete these. Grab that again. This here, hold control, get it in the right spot. It's a bit finicky. Click that. Select the sign. Now it'll line up perfectly. Then delete this. Then, because there's a sign on the other side, do it again this way. Put the sign in, delete it, and then copy paste it, and then delete. I had to do that for every single one of these. And oh my God, that took a while. Purely because of my OCD, they weren't looking straight. But yeah, you can imagine how tedious that would have been doing it to every single one of those. 2 signs on every single increment. But hey, I think I'm going to try and not let this video go too much longer. So that's my little tour of what we've done. Why is this stopped? Is there a drone picking it up? What's going on? I don't know. Whatever. It works, trust me. So that's it. That is the magnetic field generators done. And a whole bunch of other stuff, actually. A whole bunch of other stuff. So I'll answer any questions in the chat, in the comments. And I'll leave it there, guys. Catch you later.